Hey guys, so today I'm going to share with you my October subscription box roundup. I have the Boxycharm base box, I have the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, and then I also have the Glossybox for the month of October. This is a special cover or box design that they did for this month. So I'm going to run through each of the boxes with you, and then the look I have today is actually using products from all three of these boxes. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, then stay tuned till the end. I'll try to use timestamps, so if you want to skip ahead to a specific box or the look or whatever, you can do that. So let's start off with Boxycharm. So like I said, this is the base box, and I got variation number 22. The theme this month is Candy Shop, I guess for Halloween. And it looks like we have a pop-up coming up on November 10th. So if you are a Boxycharm subscriber, you can take advantage of the pop-up store. But like I said, this is variation number 22, and if I recall, this box was 1.1 pounds, if that means anything to you. Okay, so the product I chose was the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer, and I selected the shade number 3. So that is what I have on underneath my eyes. So far, I like it. I wouldn't say it's like, you know, blowing my mind, but it was creasing a little bit. I did set it, but I think, you know, if you kind of tap it out, the creases go away. So I haven't worn it for a full day or anything like that, so I can't really speak to that. It did look a little light going on, as you'll see, but once I blended it in, I think it looks fine. So anyway, that is the Meet Your Hue, and this retails for $24. It says it's a multitasking full coverage concealer with a lightweight, easy to blend formula. It conceals dark under eye circles, blemishes, and other skin imperfections. So, like I said, that is what I selected. And the other items I received include the Ciate The Editor palette, which I'm wearing on my lids. This retails for $32. Alright, so for the Ciate London palette, it says, inspired by New England and fall, this palette features super soft and blendable shadows and a mix of richly pigmented autumnal hues. Mix and match the metallic glitters and mattes for effortless eye looks. And it has a nice plastic cover, nice big mirror there, which I'll try not to blind you with. I think, like I say when I'm doing the look, this doesn't give me New England vibes, so I think the packaging design is a little weird. It also doesn't have any shade names. I did a pretty kind of neutral, you could say boring, warm type eye, but I just wanted to kind of experiment with shades that I'm familiar with. I didn't go into any of the blues or greens or anything like that, and I think it worked well. So I don't know that this is a rush out to get it type of situation, but I think it performed well, so I'm not mad at it. I also got the Luxie Wonderlust set. So this is a set of, I think, 5 brushes. Already misplaced one of them. Okay. So they come in this cute little pouch, like a pleather vinyl type pouch with a rose gold zipper. So nice quality there. This is supposed to retail for $40. Personally, I wouldn't spend $40 on this set. I think out of the bunch, I liked the 209 large shader, the 207 medium angled shader. I liked both of those. The 205 tapered blending I didn't use. And I don't really have a need for like another eye spoolie, but that's fine. This 237 blending brush I felt was a little flimsy. Like I used it to try to kind of put in a darker shadow in the crease, but I just found it was a little flimsy, a little hard to work with. So it's a nice set. Again, I wouldn't spend $40 on it. So this is a synthetic brush set. So I think Luxie makes decent brushes. I just don't know if this collection in particular is something that I will get a lot of use out of. All right, so that is the Luxie brush set. And there are two more items here. There is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Kiss Tinted Cupuaçu lip butter, if I'm saying that correctly. And I think the shade I have is Soulmate. So has kind of an interesting packaging design. I kind of like it actually. And that is what the, I guess, bullet looks like. You just twist to get the product up, and then it has this cap. So I kind of like for me on a fair skin, it's like a darker nude, but it's, I think, here, let's swatch a little bit of it. It's pretty sheer, so I think it'll work with a lot of different skin tones. And it says on here, this is a $20 value, by the way. It says a soft tinted lip treatment that pampers lips with a delicious blend of, that word again, cupuaçu butter, acai, and coconut oils. Cushiony soft and super conditioning for lip-loving benefits that transform dry, rough lips into your most kissable with the scrumptious aroma of, this says doce de leite. I don't know if that's Brazilian or Portuguese for dulce de leche. I mean, it has kind of a sweet caramely type scent, so I can see that. It's not overpowering. And for me personally, I would rather a lip product be unscented than have an objectionable scent. So I like it. I mean, the sad, unfortunate thing is with wearing masks, I think this is the type of product that would transfer. And it's just harder to wear lip products in general at this time. So hopefully I'll get some good use out of that. I am looking forward to it. And then last but not least, we have these lava lashes. These are faux mink. It says lightweight and fluffy handcrafted luxury lashes. This charm style blends seamlessly with your natural lashes and adds the perfect amount of glam to any look. And the MSRP is about $20. It's $19.99. So I didn't apply these. I just haven't really been wearing false lashes generally. It is a nice little package and presentation. So looking at these, they just look super long. They have like a black band. I like the ones that are clear. I don't know. Maybe I'll pass those along to someone who will get some use out of them, but I just didn't feel like messing with faux lashes for the sake of a video. All right, so overall, this Boxycharm had a value of $135.99, and I think for a $25 box, I'm happy with what I got. Hopefully I'll get some more looks out of the palette. I like the Sol de Janeiro product, which is $20 by itself. The concealer, I mean, I have so many concealers, but I think I can definitely use this one. Yeah, some of these Luxie brushes I may use, some I may pass along. All right, so overall, I'm pretty happy with that Boxycharm. Okay, so the question is, did Ipsy do a better job? I'm not going to compare the there's so many box names. I'm not going to do kind of a direct comparison of the Glossybox because it's at a slightly different price point, so I don't think it's really a fair comparison. Okay, so for my Ipsy, and as you may know, with Ipsy, you can choose up to 3 products. They select 2 for you, and then you can pick 3. And you know what you're going to get, I think, before it ships. So there's less mystery when it comes to that. So the first item I picked was the Misha Beauty nail lacquer set. So this has a retail value of $37. I think each of their polishes by itself retails for $20, and you can purchase this set on their website for $37. So you get a slight deal with that. You get the nail polish in the shade Unbothered, and then the top coat. So I was kind of debating whether to pick this, or I think they had the Violet Voss palette in Creme Brulee, but I've gotten some of their other mini palettes and their larger palettes, and I just wasn't sure how much use I would really get out of that. And this was kind of a gamble, but Allure recently named one of these Misha polishes as one of their winners for the Best in Beauty, I think it is, awards. So I decided to kind of check out the formula. And how did they describe this? So I think I said Misha, but it's actually Misho. The font script or whatever on the bottle makes it a little bit difficult to see. So this is a lightly heathered lilac is what they describe it as, and they say it is 10 free, so no formaldehyde, DBP, toluene, formaldehyde resin, camphor, and then some other ingredients and parabens. It says it is vegan friendly, cruelty free, gluten free, and void of artificial fragrances, durable, high shine, and chip resistant, made in America. So first of all, I really like the bottle. I think it's really elegant looking. It kind of reminds me of the Dior holiday polishes that they put out. And it also is, I think, reminiscent of the aesthetic of the Smith & Cult polishes. I showed you one of those in my Ipsy haul from last month. So I think they're just really elegant looking. So I decided to explore this formula. The ball, I don't think comes off like I showed you with that Smith & Cult. Some polishes that have like an interesting cap to them, the cap actually comes off and it has like a little black ribbed holder, I guess, that you can actually use to polish. And this also has a very skinny brush. So when I first opened this, I was kind of nervous because I tend to favor the like flat paddle shaped nail polish brushes, just because I find it's easier to get like a good like cuticle line. And this polish also seemed a little thin, so I was worried it would kind of run into my cuticles. But I was actually pretty impressed with this. So that is what I have on my nails right now. I used 2 coats, and I used one thinner coat to start with, and then one kind of thicker top coat, or not top coat, but one thicker second coat. Underneath I had the Nail Tech Ridge Filler, and then I used the top coat. And like I said, like I think especially light polishes like this can be kind of tricky because they can be streaky, they can not cover well, they can just get really thick and goopy. So I think this is a good formula, and for like 20 bucks for a nail polish, it better be. So overall, I was pretty impressed with it. I think I still have a few little kind of dings and dents in my nails, but I think that's mostly like user error for either putting too thick of a second coat on or just not being patient enough to let it fully dry. That's one of the reasons why I have been doing more dipped nails recently, is because you don't have that kind of wait time to make sure it's like fully set. But yeah, if you're looking for some good nude polishes, I think this is definitely a brand worth looking into, and I'm happy I selected it as one of my choices. Okay, so next up we have the Violet Voss Brilliant Eye Brightener, and this retails for $24. This is the shade Aurora. And it says, shine bright with long-lasting rose gold shimmer powered by ring light technology to diffuse light and define features. Instantly highlights, brightens, and opens your eyes. It says to use, apply to brow bone, lids, waterline, and corners of eyes. Oh, and it does have, I guess, a built-in sharpener on the base there. A lot of pencil type products do have that, so just be aware. It says made in Germany. Okay, so I did use some of it on my brow bone and some of it on my inner corner. It's a pretty sheer color. Like when I first applied it, I thought it might be a little bit too dark to work on my skin tone, but it shears out a lot. So again, I'm not mad about receiving it. I just don't know if it's a product I will rush out to buy more shades of. So the next product I have here, oh, and I don't know if I talked about the bag actually. This is the bag, which I really like. It's kind of it feels like some sort of cottony blend material. Has a nice gold foil kind of, you know, celestial type whatever motif on it, and it says "Your Magic" on the back. So I did actually really like this bag, and I actually did sign up for the normal Ipsy Glam bag again to receive the little pouch for that. So again, there's no point in really looking over this card because it doesn't have anything specific about the products I received. But anyway, Your Magic is, I guess, the theme of the month. Okay, so the next product I have here is the Lovecraft Beauty Eyeshadow Palette. And what did I select? I can't remember. So this was one of the products that was pre-selected for me. This is the Warm Rituals Eyeshadow Palette, and this has a $35 value, apparently. I wouldn't pay $35 for this. I'll tell you that up front. I did get the highlighter palette from, was it last month? I'll go ahead and swatch these shades. They feel really nice and creamy. So those are the top three. So that last shade on the top row has a bit of a sheen to it, which is nice. And then these bottom three, the mattes and the shimmer ivory kind of color look really nice. I just wasn't in the mood for like a green or a bright orange eye today. So those swatch really nicely, and the quality seems really nice. And I like the branding and everything that they have. It's just, I wouldn't pay $35 for it. But for receiving it in a $25 bag where I have, I guess, 4 other items, I'm not mad at it. In the back of the palette, by the way, it says, "Find your inner heat with the Warm Rituals palette. A perfect collection of colors and textures to bring out warmth, vitality, and creative spark. From tepid neutrals," which is an interesting way to describe shades, "to define and subtly contour, to the boldest and brightest of pop, this palette is perfect for all occasions." And this is made in China, and it has mica, talc, and dimethicone as the first 3 ingredients. So that is that little palette. If I were spending $35 on a palette between that and the Ciate, well, the Ciate is even $3 cheaper, so I'd probably go with the Ciate for that amount of money, but it does seem nice. So there are 2 more products in my box. The first is the Tarte Shape Tape Setting Powder. I haven't used this. I used a setting powder from the Glossybox, and I think I will probably keep this nice and sealed and pass it along to someone else because I don't need another setting powder right now, and I don't know how different it can really be. If anything, I worry about powders being too drying, so I'm a little bit particular about the powders I use. All right, and then the last product is the Violet Voss Lip Gloss. The Tarte, by the way, had a $34 value, and that was also one of the products that was pre-selected. So I picked the nail polish set, this lip gloss, and the Thrive Cosmetics eye brightener. But anyway, this is the Violet Voss Lip Gloss in the shade Dream. And it has a doe foot like that. I guess I'll go ahead and apply it over this lip butter, whatever it's called. So I think that's actually pretty over top. So it doesn't feel sticky. Has a very slight scent to it, but nothing overpowering. So I think this is definitely a good shade for the like fall as well. It's kind of a peach sparkle. This is in the shade Dream. So that was it for my Ipsy box, and the combined value of that was $142. So it's pretty close to the Glossybox value. I think there are some products from either box that I won't end up using, which is fine. I think I'm generally happy with both boxes, so I don't feel the need to really declare a winner. You can let me know down below which box you like the best. All right, so before I get to the Glossybox, I did want to talk about my Ipsy add-ons, and I feel like this is one area, like Boxycharm does those pop-ups and everything like that, but I guess when you're checking out with your Ipsy add-ons at the same time you're selecting items, it's hard not to kind of think of it as one like package deal, even if you're like spending additional money. So anyway, there were two Kate Somerville serums that I purchased. I think these were both $18 in the add-on store, and they normally retail for like $98. Like I've said in the past, it's kind of like the base subscription is your cover charge, and then you can purchase additional items for the low price of like $18 for a $98 product. So there are two here. The first I think has been out for a while. This is the Biomimicking Peptides Smooth and Firm Serum. And I've been using the Delicate serum that I purchased directly from Kate Somerville earlier in the summer. So I decided to go ahead and try some other ones from her instead of repurchasing that one at like $80. I think this next one is a new product based on the Kate Somerville website. I think it said new. This is the Squalane and Hyaluronic Serum, Hydrate and Plump. So again, this was $18 for a $98 value. So yeah, excited to use that. I have pretty dry skin. It's not overly sensitive, but it's pretty dry. So anyway, I'm always looking for nice hydrating skincare. And then I think everything else that I selected in the add-on store was $3. So the first one was the Luna Retinol Sleeping Night Oil. I've gotten the full size before. I think gone through one, and I got one somewhere else. I'm not sure. But I thought this was just a nice little travel sample in case I wanted to use that. And then I got this Pistache Skincare. I really like almondy, nutty type scents. So this was also $3. I think I'm gonna go ahead and open this actually. It says whipped pistachio body butter, aka the boyfriend body butter. I think I remember Tati talking about this product a long time ago. Let's see how this smells. Yeah, that smells really good. It's like I think Laura Mercier used to make a pistachio body care product. That reminds me of the Laura Mercier. Doesn't seem to last very long. But anyway, that's a nice little sample I will use. And then I also got another travel size of the Briogeo Farewell Frizz. I have the full size, I think it is, from one of the sets in the Nordstrom anniversary sale. So for $3, I figured I'd pick that up. And then this was a product I was actually curious to try. I want to say this was $3 as well. I'm not sure. I should take screenshots when I'm checking out or whatever. But this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tight Toner. And this is a 1.35 fluid ounce size, so it's kind of a travel size. It looks like the full size is 150 ml. So this is 40 ml, so that's like a fourth the size basically. And the full size is $34. But again, I'm happy to try this out. Has a cute little bottle. I like products that combine AHAs and BHAs, so I thought a PHA and BHA product would be good to try. And I mean, I should get a good number of uses out of that to decide if I like the product. Okay, so that was it from Ipsy. So I did some damage in the add-on store, but I think I got some really good deals on things. All right, so let's talk about Glossybox. So I just subscribed this month for this box, and that's partly because of the packaging. So they had two different, let's see if I can show you here, two different box designs, and obviously you don't know which one you're going to get before you get your box. They had the Enchanted Spirit, which is this light purple, and this Midnight Fantasy design, and they say the Beauty Tales, so I think they're meant to look kind of like books. I guess you could take off, you could just put this on a shelf or something just to have the look of a book, even though it's just this like lid. It says a very glossy fairy tale on the side there. So I just subscribed for this month, and I think because I subscribed to Glossybox in the past, but I was able to use some kind of coupon where I think I got $5 off, so I paid $16 as opposed to $21. And I might just keep my subscription through the end of the year, just in case they do anything fun for Christmas. So, like I said, I've been subscribed to Glossybox in the past, and it's kind of hit or miss, but really I just wanted the packaging. In my eventual beauty room, I envision decorating for the different seasons, and I just thought this would be a really nice kind of thing to put on the shelf, which may be silly, but there you go. Okay, so I had the gold tissue paper and this ribbon, which has kind of come undone as I've kind of been getting pieces out. All right, so I'll just go ahead and rip that open. All right, so it has the pamphlet here that describes the products, and I think one of these products is actually, it says product may vary, which we'll talk about. So what I've used from this, I used the Ciate Extraordinary Translucent Powder to set my under eyes and the rest of my face, and this was a deluxe size. It says this deluxe size is worth $18.98. The full size is like twice as much product, but it's only $22. So I don't know how they calculate that value. But anyway, for a deluxe size, I think it's pretty decent packaging. You get the sifter type jar. I mean, it takes me forever to get through a loose powder, so I'm not too upset about that. It says, finish off your makeup masterpiece with this finely milled setting powder. Ultra blendable and lightweight. Buff effortlessly onto your skin without any cakiness or creases for long-lasting wear. So, anyway, that is the Ciate powder. The blush I used was a combination of the two shades in this Beauty Crop blush duo. It says this is the Stargazing Blush Duo, has an MSRP of $23. So this says there's a matte and a shimmer shade. I didn't notice a strong difference in the finishes, but I kind of combined the two, and this is hard to open. Like I say later on. Okay. So I'm not sure which is supposed to be which. Those are the two shades. They both seem to be kind of shiny to me. I mean, at the very least have a sheen, so I don't know what they're talking about, a matte shade. And this is in the shade Orion Glow. It looks like it is cruelty-free, made in China. It says, dazzle and enhance your complexion with this magical duo, created to give your skin a velvety, smooth finish. This long-wearing formula blends seamlessly for that soft, focused radiance. And like I said, I kind of mixed both shades together, and I think it's a very pretty blush. Okay. There is a sheet mask in here, and this is the Ona New York Spotlight Radiant Glow Gel Mask. This has a $9 value. And it says, formulated with plant ingredients native to Russia and Northeast Asia, this refining hydrogel mask will even out complexion, rid of impurities, and restore a youthful glow. Its comfortable fit and non-slip quality makes it perfect for anyone on the move. Okay, so it says niacinamide and willow bark extract reduce environmental damage and restore youthful glow. Centella asiatica and tea tree oil soothe stressed skin and even out skin tone. So normally I look for really hydrating sheet masks, so I don't know if I will end up using this one or passing it along, but I think it's a nice addition to the box. And then this is one of those ingredients, I think when they were showing spoilers, they showed this purple ultraviolet brightening purple plate mask here. And that is supposed to be a $14.44 value as a deluxe size. And it says that one has superfruit Davidson plum, desert lime, bilberry, and aloe vera. It's supposed to be a gentle version of skin exfoliating AHA to rejuvenate dull, tired skin while lightening dark circles and pigmentation. So normally I don't really go for clay masks because I think of them as being something for oily skin to kind of like dry it out, I guess. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting that that was one of the spoilers. And what I actually got were these two hair masks from Main Club. There's this Crybaby, it says 5-in-1 deep conditioner. When your deep conditioner says repairing, but you're still broken on the inside, which is interesting. It's free of sulfates, parabens, phthalates, gluten, drying alcohol, and artificial colors, which makes me think that it might have silicone in it. I can't tell. It's not a big deal if it does. But it says it's supposed to repair, strengthen, tame, frizz, condition, and shine, which seems to be the same list of things as this one, just in different order. And this says, the bad attitude, sorry, I can't hear you over the volume of my hair. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how these are different, but there's a good amount of product in each one. There's 1.8 ounces, and I mean, depending on the length of your hair, you could maybe get 2 uses out of it, if not like 1 like super use. So I will probably use these. I'm not mad about getting deep conditioners. I guess they could be like a $7-ish value each. I just thought it was interesting that they were advertising that purple mask as a spoiler that I guess not everyone is going to get. And then the last product I got was this Earth Harbor Superfood Luminance Ampule, which is kind of a weird thing to say. So this is 1 ounce, and it says it has sea greens and cannabis sativa hemp. It's Aurora. I don't know if that's the, I guess it's the Aurora Superfood Luminance Ampule, whatever. So this is 1 ounce, and it retails for $32. It says full of sea greens, cannabis sativa hemp oil, and grapeseed oil. This therapeutic serum will energize and soothe the skin while inducing dewy luminance. Luminance? Why does that sound like such a weird word? Say goodbye to redness, dullness, and irritation. And it says to apply 2 or more drops to your skin after cleansing and toning both morning and night. And this is, again, supposed to have a $32 value. I like the packaging and aesthetic of this. It says made in USA, it's cruelty free. So I'm not really big into CBD type products, but I think this is a nice kind of skincare product to add to the box. It doesn't have a super strong scent or anything. Okay, so this is, I think, the type of product that makes more sense for my skin type than like a clay mask maybe. I don't know. That is kind of what my hand looks like after I've rubbed it in. It doesn't feel super greasy. So it looks like it sinks in and absorbs pretty well. So those are the 3 subscription box I received this month. Let me know if you have a favorite, if you get any of these boxes, what you think. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, so I already applied my base. I used the Glossier Future Dew, and then I used the Charlotte Tilbury, what is this called? Whatever her corrector is called. I used the shade 1 Fair, and then I used the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation in Fair 20N. So that is what I have on my face right now. And the first product from a box will be the, let's see, Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 03 Fair. So hopefully that is a good shade match for me. I heard someone compare this to the Tarte concealer, but less hydrating than the Tarte concealer, which I don't even know how that's possible. So I'm a little concerned, I guess. All right, let's go ahead. So large doe foot applicator there. So I'm just going to distribute it with my ring finger, and then I might use a beauty blender to kind of work that in. I feel like this is actually a little light for me. So this is the color and product I chose. Okay, now that I've blended that in a little bit, it doesn't look so bad. So I'd say it's definitely more full coverage. So far I don't hate it. It doesn't look terrible underneath my eyes. I think I will set it. Generally I do set my concealer. Alright, so to set, I'm going to use a product from the Glossybox, and trying to keep the packaging intact. I'm going to use the Extraordinary Translucent Powder, and it's a pretty good size. So that is what that looks like, and I think this brush has been discontinued, which is a real shame, but this is the Real Techniques B02, which I just dropped. Alright, so, okay, it has a little bow for the holes where the powder comes out. I don't see any kind of tab or anything to pull on, which is annoying. Alright, so I'm going to just hopefully take a little bit of this. I know the bow is one of their kind of brand designs, but I think that amount of holes is actually a good number for a loose powder. So, and I think that set down pretty well, so I'll just kind of do a light dusting. Okay, so sometimes I use a loose powder, sometimes I use like the Charlotte Tilbury powder, the pressed one. Okay, so that was from Glossybox, and I think I also want to use this blush product from Glossybox. This is from the Beauty Crop. This is the Stargazing Blush Duo. I think I might need to get my mirror out again. Alright, so hopefully that level of light isn't too distracting. Okay, so this has two shades. It has, it says Orion Glow. I guess it's the overall shade, but each individual shade isn't named. All right, so this is a little difficult to open, if I'm being honest. Okay, so there's like a peachier color and a pinker color. I think I'm just gonna mix the two maybe. And this is my rougher number 4 brush. Let's see if this is, I might have to go over this with a beauty blender. It's not bad though. So I think this does have kind of a slight sheen to it. This brush, by the way, is in their core collection that's currently, I think, half off. So normally it's $160, I think, and now it is like $80. I think you get $80 off. I'll link to that site below. I don't get any sort of commission or anything, but they make some nice brushes. And I think a lot of people that I watch anyway, Mel Thompson, Britt Clark, really like these brushes. So I think that's pretty. I think, you know, I have a slight sheen going on from the Glossier, but this is definitely, I think, a flattering look. And again, I blended those two colors. So I think I'm just going to do a tad bit of bronzer. This is the Gucci bronzer in the shade 1. And again, this is a rougher brush, the number 22. For brows, I'm going to use the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 1. So I do see some creasing underneath my eyes. Okay. For eye primer, I'm going to use the Fenty primer. All right, and then going back to the Boxycharm, we have a brush set from Luxie and this palette from Ciate as well. So this is a pretty decent sized palette actually. All right, so open up this brush set. So it feels, I think it's like a faux Saffiano type leather case, and there are, it looks like 4 eye brushes and a spoolie. So I'm gonna go in with this number 209 large shader. And haven't even figured out what shade I'm using yet. Okay, so the Ciate palette, it's a nice plastic palette. This is the New England palette, which Like when I see this cover, I don't think New England, I think Florida. So it seems to be a strange combination there. All right, so, and the shades aren't named, which is not the best. All right, so I'm gonna use the shade in the upper, how can I show you this? I'm gonna use this shade here all over the lid on this 209. And this is a little bit darker than I normally use all over the lid. But just to kind of make sure that primer is nice and set. Okay, and then I will use, let's see here. I'm going to use this number 237 blending brush. It's a really kind of skinny, fluffy brush here. And I'm going to go into this brown shade on the end there. And we'll see how this does. So, all right, I'm gonna go a little bit darker into this deep brown on the bottom with the same brush. And work that into the crease. All right, same brush. I'm gonna go into that first shade I used on the lower lash line. I'm forcing myself to use just this brush set. It's not what I would normally use. And back into that middle brown shade. All right, I'm going to use this number 207 medium angled shading. And I'm going to go into that middle brown shade again. And just deepen up. Yeah, definitely a lot more color payoff with this brush. Okay, so for the shimmer shade, I'm going to use this medium, it looks kind of mauvey, and I'm going to use that on my ring finger, just like that, and press that. It's like a kind of rose gold on the lid. And then I'm really curious about this like lighter shimmer right there, the second from the left. So I'm just gonna go in a little bit on the inner corner. I have another product that I think I'll use on the very inner corner. Okay, so I don't hate this eye look. I think the shadows blended pretty well. It's a little hard to judge because I'm using brushes that I'm not familiar with, but I think for getting it in a subscription box, it's pretty good value. Okay, I have to remember where everything is coming from. Okay, so from Ipsy, I have this Thrive Cosmetics Brilliant Eye Brightener, and it says it has ring light technology, which I have no idea what that means. And this is in the shade Aurora, and it says on the inner flap here, apply above and below eyebrows for an instant eye lift. So I guess we'll try some on the brow. It's a little dark for me, maybe, as a like true highlight. Alright, we'll do some on the inner corner. It's really creamy, like it seems to, it's almost too creamy. There's like a, I don't know if you guys can see that, like a flake that kind of crumpled off. Okay, I think that's nice. I don't know if I would rush out to purchase other shades. I'm not a huge like stick eyeshadow type person. So that is the Thrive Cosmetics. All right, and I'll do my eyes really quickly. All right, and we have 2 lip products to try. So this first one is from Sol de Janeiro, and this came in the Boxycharm. This is the Brazilian Kiss Tinted Cupuaçu lip butter. And does this have a shade to it? Soulmate, maybe? Is that the shade? Okay. So that is what the package looks like. Kind of looks like a little test tube. Yeah, I think Soulmate. This is interesting packaging. Okay, so that is how it comes up. And if it's scented, it has very light scent. My lips are kind of chapped, actually, so I'm glad it's not like a liquid lipstick. So I think that's really pretty, actually. It's a nice fall shade. I think that could work on a lot of different skin tones. So yeah, happy to have that. And I think I might leave that on my lips and then maybe swatch this Violet Voss later on.